What's up guys, it's Brian aka Big Brain Beats. I'm back today with a new video. I have Mr. Wyatt from Taillight Serenade hanging out with me. He's going to help me out with the first part of this video. He might come over for the second part too, because it's going to take me a little bit to get this done. But what I got today is I went over to Goodwill, my local thrift store, and we got a drum set. I actually got two drum sets. One's not really for me, but I did get two drum sets, and we're gonna unload them right now for you guys. Wyatt, how you been?
Been pretty good, man. Rocking.
Not rolling, just rocking?
Just rolling and rocking.
Rolling and rocking, okay. Well, at least you're doing something, man. Yeah.
Gotta keep going.
We're also gonna be practicing because we have a show next week. From when I film this, I will probably be released after we play that show. At Launchpad here in Albuquerque. We're playing with a band called Straight Jacket from California. They seem really awesome. I'm really excited to meet those guys. They're really good. I've listened to a couple of their songs with Wyatt. We really enjoy their music, so I'm really excited to play with them. And then in April, I believe we're playing, where at?
Wagon Wheel.
Wagon Wheel. Who we playing with? Do you
DIY
remember?
venue. And I don't, off the top of my head now.
Just some other, I know it's some other local bands, some great bands here from Albuquerque. So if you happen to be in the area in April, what's the date again?
19th.
April 19th. Come out to Wagon Wheel. Come check out Taillight Serenade. Come check out the other local bands that are gonna be on that bill. I'll definitely post about it on my Instagram too. So we're gonna unload this drum set. If you guys stick around, check it out. I think it's pretty cool. It was a good buy. So yeah. Unloaded the car. That was pretty quick, especially with the help from Wyatt here. Really appreciate that. Over at Goodwill here in my hometown, I was able to find this Thomas Swing Star. It didn't have the snare with it, didn't have really much hardware either, but I do have extra hardware. I can also interchange hardware of drum kits I'm not using when I want to use the Swing Star as well, so that'll be useful. Plus, as you guys know, I do really like my Orange County percussion and drum snare drum, so I'm going to use that probably regardless of what drum kit I'm using. Even though I usually use a 4-piece kit when it comes with the snare, this one is technically a 5-piece kit when you throw on the snare. It is a kit that I'm really excited about. The drums are super big. They're also a little bit heavier than the drum kits I have, which usually results in a thicker sound, a little bit louder sound. They have a very interesting build to them. I'm going to do a little bit more research and find out exactly what someone did to these drums, because it looks like they coated the plies, so I can't really see it, and maybe that's how it was built. Some of the drums have stuff in them. I did get it at a thrift store. In addition to that, I don't know if you guys can see it back there, but I did get a tiny little SPL drum kit basically made for a toddler. I have some little ones in my family, so I'm hoping that one of them wants to play some drums. Hopefully we can get it set up, cleaned up, maybe build a nice little mini kit for any of the little people in my family. By little people, I mean young people, not short people. Our whole family is short, so that's just all of us. Yeah, that's about that. And Wyatt and I are going to clean up the garage a little bit and then get some practice done for our show. If you guys are continuing watching, we're going to then skip ahead to probably another day where I'm going to take a look closer at these drums. I'm going to have a little more research done on exactly how these are built, so that way I can know exactly what I'm working with, get them up to a nice playing quality, and then maybe play around with them and see how they sound. Stick around. So Wyatt came back over and we pulled the drums back out. It's a couple days later after the last little clip that you just saw in this video, and I stayed patient. And I made sure to wait for Wyatt to come back so I could mess with these with him. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take them all apart. It looks like there's some random bits and things in these drums. One of them has a crayon in it. One of them I think has a mute pad and some hardware stuffed in it. Of course, they are all tuned not very well, so we are gonna also clean up all the hardware and then try and retune them so that way we can make do with what we have. I do have a couple of other older drum heads too, so if something is completely not usable and I have something that could be used in the meantime until I'm able to go get new drum heads, we can just swap it real quick. So we're going to do that. I'm going to take this bass drum as well. I did buy some spray lacquer, and we are going to lacquer the drum so that way it's nice and protected, has a high gloss finish. Hopefully will not, soak in any water. I actually did do some research on these drums. It's kind of cool to me. Now these are a Tama Swing Star, so they are one of their not higher end kits, so to speak. They are great kits based on the serial number and the badge and the fact that they were made in Japan. I believe that these guys were actually made in about 1984 or 1985, which is crazy to me because my other drum kits were made in like the 90s or the early 2000s. So this is to me now my oldest drum kit. So I'm pretty stoked about that. The coating that's on them is actually called a Zola coating. Basically, just because they are not their high-end drums, they wanted to make sure that it did have a nice interior surface for the drum without any impurities. So they basically sprayed a material on it, but it's basically just a protective coating that seals it nice and flat and makes sure that there's no gaps in anything, no cracks, no divots. Learned a lot about these drums. Pretty stoked about them. I believe the wood is also mahogany wood, which is really cool. I really like the word mahogany. I think it's funny. It's funny to say mahogany, But yeah, I'm stoked about these drums. I'm gonna hopefully make them look real good. The SPL kit, the little kid kit down there, I'm really stoked to take that apart and clean it up. I'm gonna try and beef up the sound as best as I can. Of course, it's a little kid's kit, so there's not much you can do. It does have a rinky-dink cymbal, but we're gonna take it apart, see what I can do, and see what Wyatt can help me with, and we're gonna hopefully make these look and sound better than they do. We're gonna get to work. All right. Well, I'm going to make this short and sweet here at the end because this video has gone on forever and I feel like my videos are not usually this long, but I had an absolute blast cleaning up this kit and getting it restored. I don't usually use the second rack tom, and I didn't have a second resonant head, but it did have an ambassador batter that I put on the batter side, so I'm really excited about that one. I just need a good resonant head for that one. The 12-inch tom, I did happen to have an extra resonant head, and I did put the ambassador batter that was on the resonant side on the batter side, got it all tuned up, sounding beautiful. On the floor tom, I believe this is a 16-inch, it might be an 18-inch, I'm not sure, I don't have a tape measure and I didn't remember to measure it, but I did have an extra drum head for the resonant side. Again, moved the ambassador batter to the batter side, got it tuned up, it's sounding great. We got the bass drum all nice and finished. We put a good layer of lacquer on it. We made sure it's scratch resistant and protected. Also made the wood look really rich and deep, and I love that. Also sounding really good, tuned up. I'm probably gonna get that logo that says Pit on there taken off and maybe get an original Tama drum head on the front if I can. If not, I'm gonna just leave it with that big old port and just plain black because I think it looks way better that way than having some other logo on it when this is a 1984 or 1985 Tama Swingstar. But with that being said, this thing sounds awesome. I'm going to use it for practice in a couple videos, so be looking forward to listening to it. I don't have time to give you a sound test because, again, this video is too long. And again, I'm rambling. I'm so sorry. And it ends now. Like and subscribe, please.